Now let's look at a monopolistic competition. So conditions for a monopolistic competition is there's many firms, however the product is differentiated. So this means products are similar, however firms take a different slant on how they package it, how the attributes, maybe where it's located, so the product is differentiated somehow. So think of toothpaste. You can go to a toothpaste shelf, see all kinds of different brands. They kind of all are used for brushing your teeth, cleaning your teeth. However, each of them has a different slant. And then there's no barriers to entry. So this means that firms can enter the market easily. So what this tells us then is if a firm is making a profit in the short run, in the long run, firms will copy that differentiation and those profits will go away. So let's take a look at the diagram for an individual firm in monopolistic competition. So at first glance, it looks similar to a monopoly because the demand curve is downward sloping. So thinking of a toothpaste so for a particular toothpaste, there's going to be a demand curve for it. Now, what you'll notice, though, is the demand curve for a particular brand of toothpaste is going to be flatter or more elastic than a monopoly. So the reason being here is, let's say, take toothpaste A. So they've got a product that people like. It's got some, whitening in it, some various things that people like it. So they can charge a little higher price. However, if they continue to increase their price, consumers will say, well, you know what? There's lots of other toothpaste out there. I like this one. However, I'm going to switch to a different one because there's substitutes. So because there's substitutes, the demand curve, which is the price curve, is a little more elastic or flat. And so this in turn makes our marginal revenue curve a little flatter. So keeping in mind, marginal revenue is going to be less than price because the firm needs to lower price in order to sell more product. Therefore, the marginal revenue is not equal to price. It's less than price. So we end up with that marginal revenue curve that's downward sloping. But both curves are flatter when compared to a monopoly. All right, so now let's introduce our cost curves, and so we can determine the point at which this firm will maximize profits. Now, you'll see the average total cost curve, again, that lopsided smile, and then the marginal cost curve intersects at the minimum of the average total cost curve. Now, again, any firm is going to maximize profit where marginal cost equals marginal revenue. So that's going to be the profit maximizing point. And so this firm then will produce a quantity A where the marginal cost equals a marginal revenue. And so we draw our line up, and then this provides us a point at which the firm will charge price A in order to sell quantity A, which is maximizing its profits. So the costs are going to be determined by the average total cost curve. So quantity A, if that's the amount they're producing, this point here tells us the cost per unit. So we draw our line over, and then that lets us know the cost to produce the product. And now we're able to identify the profits this firm is making. So again, price. So price times quantity. So everything below this line represents revenue. Now, if CA is the cost to produce QA, then everything below this line represents cost. And so this area in the middle here is economic profit. Now again, this is the short run. So the firm can make economic profit, but in the long run, firms will enter, and that will cause the demand line or the price line to shift down, as well as the margin revenue line. And so firms will enter this market copying this product until there's no profit left. So in the next video, you will see monopolistic competition in the long run.